Are you ready to unleash your full potential? Hello and welcome to the Peak Performance Hour, where we dive deep into the secrets of success and empower you to take your life and career to the next level fast. I am Susan Urban, your host and peak performance coach, and I'm here to guide you on a transformative journey toward greatness. Each week, I will tackle your burning questions and provide live coaching sessions that will propel you toward your goals at lightning speed. Now, whether you're striving for better health, greater wealth, or more happiness, I've got the science-based strategies and proven tactics to help you achieve it all. No dream is too big, and no challenge is too daunting when you have the right mindset and the right guidance. So buckle up and get ready to shatter your limits. And join me as we embark on this exhilarating quest for peak performance. Your extraordinary future starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a wild ride tonight. It is my absolute pleasure and honor to be here with you because I am joined by a very, very special man, a special guest. We're here to share his story. This story, this episode, is about transformation. It's about triumph. It's about trials, tribulations. This is about a man. When you first meet him, I want you to know right off the bat that 4 years ago, this man, and wait till you see him, looked into death's eyes. And there's another secret that I'm not going to tell you yet. But in a moment, I'm going to reveal something about this man and wonder if you might have picked up on that, or maybe not. And so this man is a very special friend, a client. His name is Eric Cook. He's a CEO, father of beautiful children, 3 beautiful children. And we're going to share his story. And I promise you, you will be delighted, you will be surprised, you might even cry. And most importantly, you will be moved in the most powerful way. Maybe to tears, maybe to something else that's inspiring inside of you. Eric, thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us here tonight. I know you're a very busy man. You're a CEO of one of the the top company in Texas. So if you're okay with it, share how we met, a little bit about our background, and yeah, as much as you desire to share about yourself.
You bet. And Susan, and as I call you sometimes, Susie, it is an honor to be here. And ladies and gentlemen that are tuning in, this person that is hosting the show, Susan Urban, is truly been one of the biggest blessings in my life, and has changed my life in so many unbelievable ways, where she has guided me to guide myself in so many ways. Whether it's little things, actually one of the bigger things, sleep has always been a hard thing for me to turn my wheels off, to go to sleep, where she's helped me to turn the wheels off through self-meditation and things like that, or Eric, you know what? You worked hard all day. Don't be hard on yourself. And let me focus on the positives versus the one or two negatives versus the 98 positives throughout the day. Little amazing little things like that. And we randomly came into each other's life after a crazy time in my life. And we've stayed in touch since. And whenever I have needed advice for random things, circumstances, whether it's been at noon on a Wednesday or 3 a.m. on a Saturday or Sunday, she has been there for me as a true friend and confidant, someone I could always count on. And every single time I have become stronger as Eric Cook because she has guided me and taught me how to become a stronger Eric Cook. And August 1st will be my company's 23-year anniversary, and which I'm very proud of. But I'm a hard worker, and I am truly the happiest I've ever been in my life. I'm getting married to my dream girl on September 21st, Shanna. About to be Shanna Cook. And instead of 3, I have 4 now. And which was my dream as well, because I grew up with 4. I had 2 sisters and an older brother, and I always wanted 2 of each. I have a daughter and twin boys, and now I have 2 daughters and 2 sons. And just the world works in mysterious ways. And Susan has just come in and out, and whenever I needed, and taught me different paths through life, especially on how to do it on my own when I needed to. And has taught me to grow as a human being and how to guide myself, help myself, fix myself. And as the owner of a company that, where I work on average, depending on the time of year, 12, 16-hour days, to focusing on what's important for Eric, what's important for my kids, what's important for my family, and what to do to make things that are important the best. Truly one of the best human beings. And I'll let y'all guess at the end how old I am, but in all my years, as a traveling salesman for over 30 years, so to give you a little hint how old I am, I've met a boatload of people. Truly one of the most dynamic, wonderful individuals I've ever met in my life. And I'm beyond blessed that how God randomly put us together. And I can't imagine life with how different it would have been throughout all the stuff that I've been through without her guidance. And I would advise anyone tuning in, at minimum, to watch some of her videos about little stuff. But, and trust me, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not advertising for her. But
No, you're not, Eric.
yeah, this is, trust me, I got my kiddos in the bedroom. It's the 1 week a year I get them for the summer. And we've been playing, instead of chutes and ladders, we got one that's called snakes and ladders.
Okay, leveling up.
Yeah, truly check into it. It is it's something that will help you help yourself. And I hope that came out right, Susan.
Absolutely.
We didn't prep for this at all. We literally started talking 90 seconds ago.
We don't need to prep. In fact, Eric, I will never forget the very first conversation I had with you. And what you shared with me was, to me, unimaginable, unthinkable, impossible to conceive. And I remember I cried. I don't know if you know this, but I was horrified isn't a good word, but I couldn't believe what you had been through. And so this is what brings me to our secret, right? Would you mind sharing, Eric, what you had been through medically and some of the details, what that has led to, how you survived, if I may say, and all the details and the percentages behind that?
I'd be happy to. So, first of all, I'll start with this. They said my hair would never grow back. Anyone looking? I got pretty good, if not great hair, especially for my age, when I tell you my age. But roughly at this point, 4.5 years ago, I was legally dead. And from about here to here, a third of my skull was in a freezer for between 4 to 6 months. And I randomly got 4 viruses that every American gets. Sorry, just like Lysol, 99.999%.
Yeah.
You know, they get in their lifetime. I got all at once while I had a sinus infection, so they went straight to my brain and caused encephalitis. So my brain swelled, and I started kind of just getting delirious. And I'm from Georgia, went to University of Georgia, was an athlete my whole life, lettered in 5 sports: tennis, football, wrestling, diving, soccer, meaning I'm in good shape.
Yep.
I'm coordinated. I started not being able to walk regularly, and I got perfect in math on my SATs. I'm a bright human being, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying. And my friends just start saying, "Eric, something's off." My last name's Cook, as she mentioned. My friends call me Cookie. Cookie, something's off. And I was married at the time, and to the mother of my 3 kids. And just things progressively got worse. And I finally collapsed and had a seizure. And then went to the hospital, and things got things got bad to where I was in there a while, and then, like I said, they removed a third of my skull to let my brain swell so it could heal. And I don't remember any of this. I don't remember even being delirious before it happened, to be honest. And I have a photographic memory where I can remember every little thing about childhood. Like you said, perfect in math and SATs, et cetera, et cetera. And I was in the hospital for months, and they continuously told my family, my friends, that I was not going to make it. And if I did, they definitively told my dad, my mom, my wife at the time, that, listen, let me make this very clear. Even if he does make it, he will never walk or work again.
Wow.
He will be a vegetable.
Oh.
And the man, this unbelievable human being, Dr. Meltzer, stayed up all hours of the night consulting with doctors around the world. Him, a New Zealand doctor, a German doctor, and a Auburn doctor, Auburn University, that is a great autoimmune school, conceptualized a shot that had never been given to a human being ever. And they literally, my dad at the time was my guardian. They called him. They needed his legal permission. It was so strong. And again, it had never been given to a human being. They called my dad. I call him Daddy. I'm a Southern boy. And they called my daddy and said, Mr. Cook, this shot is so strong. We need your legal permission. And Mr. Cook, to be dead honest, if we give this to your son, he will either wake up, because I was in a coma at the time. If we give this to your son, he will either wake up or be dead in 20 minutes. What do you think? And my daddy said, give it to my boy. Give it to my boy. And so they gave it to me. And I can't imagine my mom, my dad, my close friends. And 24 minutes later, I woke up. 24. I can't imagine the first 20, but especially those last 4. 24 minutes later, I woke the F up. But the crazy thing is, as I mentioned, I was an athlete. I've always been very coordinated, perfect memory. Some of the things we do all day, every day, I had to relearn. Some of the toughest things, I had to relearn to button a shirt. I had to relearn to tie shoes. Little stuff like that we do all day, every day.
Yeah.
Was crazy, crazy hard. But again, I'm about to have my company's 23-year anniversary and own the strongest manufacturing rep firm for audiovisual equipment in the Tola region, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas. And I'm a worker. My daddy, who's my best friend and my idol, taught me my work ethic. And I've been a traveling salesman for 30 years, and I knock on doors, meet people, present equipment, and I love what I do. And again, they said my hair would never grow back. I think it looks all right. My
Eric,
fiance likes it, and
I
that's what matters.
think, sorry to interrupt you. I think we need to share, you shared some statistics with me earlier, and I think people deserve to hear about, you're the only person in the world. Can you elaborate on that? Who?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm the only human being, living human being, in recorded medical history, not that survived, the only living human being in recorded medical history that survived the injury that I went through and is able to operate like a normal human being. Every other person that survived the type of injury I had is a vegetable. And I call now my injury my biggest blessing on earth, because had it not happened, and I thought I brought this up earlier, I'm getting married September 21st to my dream girl, Shanna Cook, shortly.
Congratulations.
And had I not had this injury, I would not have met her. So, and as my doctor calls me, the eternal ball of optimism.
For sure.
So, random things happen for random reasons. And for the first 15 years I owned my company, my email signature was, do the right thing, because it's simply the right thing to do. And I try to live my life that way. I start in my day with prayer, and I aim to make people's life better and make the world a better place. And Susan, hands down, bar none, makes this world a greater place every day, and has made my life, hands down, bar none, better. And she is one of the biggest blessings that has come to my life. And I would not have met her without this injury. And, and Susan, don't take this as a downplay. Shanna is a bigger blessing, the love of my life, but Susan is a ginormous blessing. And ladies and gentlemen, tuning in, there's just so much we can learn, just little day-to-day stuff, but Susan can teach you little things to look for in the world, but more so, little minute stuff to learn from yourself that'll help trigger other things, that has made me know so much more about myself and help deflect negative stuff and focus in on the positive, which has just made me happier and to be a better person and make other people, especially the people I love and care about, and that are around me regularly, be better people and make them happier by me being a better person. And Susan, thank you so much. I love you, and God bless you for everything you've done for me. You are freaking amazing. And thank you for inviting me to be on something like this. It is an amazing compliment. And I truly, truly thank you for even asking me to be be on somewhere. It truly is one of the largest compliments I've ever gotten. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You're going to make me blush on TV now? Really?
Well, I hope so.
I hope so.
That would be a big compliment to me.
Well, again, Eric, I know how busy you are, and everything you shared here, I think we, as in we and the audience, I and the audience and everybody else, I think what's obvious about you, Eric, is that you are one of those chosen people, and hopefully people don't take this the wrong way, but really as a way shower, as somebody who is the quintessential role model, somebody that we can all look up to, somebody we can all model, somebody we can all learn from, because what you have been through, and you just... Listen, obviously, because we have worked together so intimately, I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, there is so much more to this story that was absolutely, from a human perspective, how other humans treated you, and I don't want to get into it, but that is absolutely heartbreaking. And for everything Eric has been through, I work with a lot of people. Something like this can destroy somebody. It can destroy their spirit. It can destroy their soul. It can destroy their ego and all the other good things we have. But not Eric. Eric, sure, there were some dark patches and difficult moments and tears and whatnot, right? But there's something inside of you that I know I didn't give you. There's something inside of you that you give to us. You show us the way. You give us hope. You have that relentlessness, that courage, the tenacity. And the truth is, I don't even have the words to encapsulate what I'm really trying to say. Because I have watched you, Eric. These last 4 years, it was one thing after another. And your doctor is absolutely right. Calling it optimism is almost being petty because there's so much more to you. And for your children to have a dad like that, for your bride to have a leader, a man next to her, is just... and I think we all are being tested. Every one of us, so often my clients will say to me, I don't understand why I'm getting the short end of the stick. Why do I feel like a victim? Why is everybody else lucky? Why? And I always tell them, I said, you have no idea. That may look like it on social media. That might be the facade, the shiny objects, right? But you have no idea what really goes on behind closed doors, behind those walls, behind people's minds. And who would have guessed, Eric, when people watched you, right? Who would have guessed that you were a survivor of again, I have no words for the brain injury you went through. Nobody knows that about you. Right? And so just we, of course, we're human beings. We sometimes judge and blame and criticize and shame. And I know that's a human thing to do, right? But I think your story hopefully is inspiring people to be more compassionate, to have more empathy, because we live in a world, if you think about, even just all the big systems, Hollywood, news, even politics, we've been so desensitized, so severely desensitized from real emotions, from vulnerability, from showing emotion, from speaking on behalf of what people really feel. And we've been taught to be so buttoned up and professional. You got to show up prim and proper and don't. And if you really think about it, is that really what's in our best interest? Right?
And Susan, that reminds me, I'm a big country music fan, and the Tim McGraw song, Live Like You Were Dying. Don't take any day for granted.
Yep.
Every day is a gift, and literally, do what you want to do. Do what you love to do. Be around the people you care about, and you never know if it's your last day.
Yes.
You never know. And for me to go from not having a third of my skull, and for me going to be a college athlete, to not being able to walk, to being the happiest, hands down bar none, the happiest I've ever been in my life, is truly, truly freaking amazing.
And Eric, we can feel all of that, right? We can feel that. It's your energy. It's your vibration. And that's my point, right? We can feel that. And there are so many things you said today that, again, teach us, show us, help us, give us hope and faith. And we can feel the zest you have for life, the honor, the grace, the gratitude. You know, and you also are, and we have 46, I'm very conscious of the time, right? 46 seconds. You know, sometimes it might take for us to experience something awful to even get to that level of gratitude, right? It's not up to us. But what if we could just start today, like you said, Eric, just celebrate and be gracious and grateful, and also extend that compassion and empathy for others, because we never know. We never know. People present themselves in all kinds of ways, which is fine. I'm going to leave these last words because what you said, do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. I love that, Eric. 4 seconds. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody, and I hope this helped you. And of course, if you want to get in touch with us, you already know at the end of the show is all the information, and we look forward to hearing from you. Good night, everybody, and thank you.
God bless everyone.